that our stream setup is exactly as we'd like it, and so I'm experimenting with some things. I can already tell by looking at our current setup that I have going on here. This is not quite what I'd like, but it is based on a few things that are just a little easier for me to manage when we have a person out. This is what it's going to look like today. Um, our stream setup is now you can kind of almost see everybody. I mean, you can see everybody, but it's like kind of it doesn't look the best. But stick with us. Um, we hopefully will be able to fix this up in the future. I'm hoping sound, which has been an issue in the past two times that we've done it, mostly on my end, will be okay. Um, so we'll kind of use our intros as a way to check our sound. What's up, Don?
Your audio sounds great. I'm listening to the stream now. You sound amazing. Everyone
Uh,
sounds yes.
Oh yeah, good news.
Yeah, yeah. And also we don't look bad. We look fine. It's
cool.
just not nice and stylized. And we're growing. So
Cool. Hi, people. It's good to see people here. I think we'll do some intros. We'll do a little bit of like, hey, my name is this. I do this character. I am a. And you know what? Let's do a fun fact for today. I think that'll be fun.
A
Um,
fun fact about us or a fun
about.
fact about our characters?
Ooh, that's a
Ooh,
good question.
options.
Um, a fun fact about your character. We don't hear that often in the gaming world. So, yeah, let's do that. Hi, my name is Emma M. Some know me as Jamie. I am the GM, the game master for Galesrian's Greatest, which is the title of our stream, and I'm gonna try to get some podcast episodes up, the past 3 podcast episodes up, like tonight or tomorrow if I can. So you'll see that there as well. And so Galesrian's Greatest. I am also the producer slash game master of Galaxy's Greatest. So if you like sci-fi as Starfinder, go check that one out too. I think it's a lot of fun. And spoiler alert, there's an episode being released tonight. And we also have. I'm getting off topic. I am also playing the character of Remy on Galestrian's Greatest. Our uh, campaign is titled Tales of the Witch Boy, and I am my fun fact about Remy. Remy's fun fact is that he can speak with animals in a way that he hasn't realized yet is abnormal. Yeah. Anyone else? Jump
Hmm, okay, I'm Michaela. I play Sogafa. She is a halfling Dampier sorceress. Um, she's just out here to make friends and see the world. So, fun fact about Sogafa, I suppose, would be that she wears the covering on her face in part to cover her face, but also to keep herself from constantly chewing on things, like biting her nails, chewing on a stick, the piece of grass kind of sticking out thing. She's constantly looking to chew, not because she's hungry, but just because that's the way she is. And that's what I got for you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Jump in.
Hi, I'm Don. I am a podcaster turned budding streamer. Tonight I will be playing Craig Fogcrusher, Kobold Swashbuckler, and kind of being cryptic about my thing. My fun fact about Craig is there is a reason why he hasn't settled down on one ship, and what that is may come apparent as the journey goes on.
Cool. Thank you. Jenna or Mike?
Hi, I'm Mike. He, him. I'm playing Shaija Contour, and she is a summoner with a devout phantom to protect her.
A devout
Let's see.
phantom
Fun
that dealt
fact.
36 damage in the last
Hey,
session with one it was ridiculous. Anyway, I'm sorry to
she
interrupt
was
you.
Hem was doing what Hem does, which is protect people. And fun fact about her, she she's 38. She just started adventuring, and in her previous life, she was an herbalist. And so in her bag, she has all the essentials like caffeine, and she has herbs for headaches and stuff like that. And so she clutches this bag because it's a lot of herbs from her homeland.
Very cool. And Jenna.
Hi, I'm Jenna, she, her. I play Li Shija. Um, a thing about her is that she is the youngest of three sisters. Her older sisters are significantly older than her, and her eldest sister is the third wife of a prominent court scholar, and the middle sister is the second concubine of a minor lord.
I'm excited to see how all of these characters develop and yeah, what happens here. Anyway, um, we are missing one player today. Gwen is doing much better, but she is still feeling sick. Still is out. So hopefully we will have our hot mess of a gay lesbian fighter in the next episode. She is wonderful and super fun. And right now she's on an adventure to track down a clockwork spy.
You said your gay thoughts.
What?
I'm sorry, go on.
um, okay, so I want to introduce our listeners because it looks like we may have a little bit more than we had last time. Correct, Don?
3.
Three.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
I think it's myself, Frog, and Steve.
Love it.
So, the old ones.
Cool. Um, if you see over off to the right of our maps, you'll see the continent of Saga Gesa. And I'm going to share that with our players. The continent of Saga Gesa is kind of modeled after South America. And we're going to zoom in down toward the southern jungle, where we have the city of Baikisi. And our characters, our protagonists, are currently, they're currently just north of Baikisi in the village of Bungai. And they are at the moment, in the southern jungle. Okay. So, right now, and I would actually like Mike to explain exploration mode for us, because I made a little bit of a mistake at the end of the last episode, and he's going to do a better job of describing it than I would, I think. I mentioned at the end of the last episode that all of you were stealthing through through Haven, which is our Witches' Coven's compound where they all live. And Shaija rolled a low stealth check. I'd like you to explain kind of the differences that we might see in Pathfinder 2E versus other game systems when we have like a stealth roll that doesn't go well in 2E. And kind of, yeah, if you could, I think that'd be neat. Mike is definitely our most like experienced, I think, rules person in the group, and that has been helpful for me. He shared a bunch of really good resources. I'm going to lean on him a little bit. I am more of a story person, but I always do my best with the rules. So go ahead.
Yeah, and by rules, I just mean that, I guess Jamie means that I know them very well. My intent is not to enforce them, but to say, hey, did you know there's this thing that's built into the game?
Yeah.
So, exploration mode. It's something that's built into the mechanics of Pathfinder 2e, but it isn't really a hard rule. There's no right way to use it. It just gives you a little bit more flexibility. And the thing that I've seen is it actually enables more role playing opportunities and helps decrease some railroadiness in some instances. But how encounter mode works is it's the time between combats, and
Exploration.
yeah, so there's three main modes. Yeah, there's combat, exploration, and then there's downtime. And exploration could just be exploring a rune or infiltrating the thieves guild, and sometimes that's in between social encounters. So it's very broad in what it is. But one of the things that you can do with exploration mode is the GM can say, hey, what are you doing for this? This is where you're going. What kind of tasks are you doing? So in the instance of this, where we were heading back to the village, and one of us could have said, I want to be on a lookout. I want to seek. And there's actual mechanical benefits to that. For example, if somebody identifies you, everybody gets +1 to their perception, for example. You could say, while we're going through here, I want to do nature checks to look for tracks or to cover our tracks so that we're not being followed. Then there's also sneak, which is probably the most common one, like sneak, track, seek. Detect magic is the other one that's big, where you're just essentially constantly doing detect magic. But in this case, we were all doing seek. Or sneak, not seek. And so there's actually some other rules that you could do, such as if one of us was an expert of stealth, we could follow the expert. Ignoring that, but there's some cool stuff with exploration mode that you could do.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to stealth, there's these levels of detection. They are hidden, observed, undetected, and unnoticed. Unnoticed, that creature has no idea you're present at all. So if you roll a high enough stealth, a creature may not know. And so how this works is when you roll your stealth roll for initiative or in exploration mode, you go against their perception DC. So perception +10. So most of those are at level 1s are probably around 17 DC. So unnoticed. Undetected is you are undetected by a creature. That creature cannot see you at all, has no idea what space you occupy, and cannot target you. So they can't see you. They don't know you're there, but they can kind of guess where you're at. So that's one level below unnoticed. So unnoticed, they don't even know you're even there, which might be the case for some of these. Then there's hidden. Hidden is creature knows what space you're in, but can't tell us precisely where you are. So let's say you're in a lot of foliage, or you're in some deep shadows, and the creature can't see you. They know exactly what square you occupy, but they can't see you, and that gives you essentially they have to roll a flat D11 to even attack you. And then there's observed. So that's what Shaija is right now. These things all know that she's there. They can see her. She made a lot of noise. She's not hidden at all. Even if she was in the brush, they could see her.
And
I think that
was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have a couple varying degrees of stealth that you all could be right now. And just to recap from last session, we've got our group. They sneak up or attempt to sneak up. They have Remy with them, who is currently disguised. And they're attempting to walk toward this person who is seemingly yelling at this other woman. You hear a woman's voice who's saying, I don't know what's happening. And then you hear a man's voice who is, tell me where the boy is. I must know where the boy is. And he's being very demanding. And then all of you saunter up. And unfortunately, Shaija's stealth roll was not amazing. Shaija, you are currently observed by this elven woman who is, let me share with you all the map. You see this elven woman, and she can see Shaija. Everyone else, since I don't quite remember your stealth rolls, if you do remember, you can tell me. But since I don't quite remember your stealth rolls, and since there really isn't much to hide behind right now, I am going to say that you are unnoticed at the moment. So, what would you all like to do?
I'm going to gently pull out my hand crossbow and reload it from the chase scene. It was covered in mud with the fight there. So Craig is kind of like gently trying to like wipe mud off of his little teeny little hand crossbow, and he's got it loaded for some range capabilities.
Fantastic. What about Shaija? What are you doing when you're spotted?
Yeah, so I believe when Shaija was spotted.
Yeah, so actually, let me recap that a bit because I want to make sure I'm clear as to what happens. This elven woman looks at you and says, and I am going to retcon just a little bit, but Raise, there's someone coming. He's walking this way, or she's walking this way. And she is staring at you, and she has pulled a short sword.
Awesome. Shaija is completely unarmed, has no weapons at all. All she has is her. She might have like a dagger at her belt, but that's pretty much it for like weapons. She's like clutching her bag of herbs, and Hem is nowhere to be seen because Hem is not summoned. I imagine that Shaija, this is the first time that she's ever been in this type of situation. She hasn't been very adventurous throughout her life, so she's actually just kind of panicked. She's just going to keep moving forward. Yeah, sorry, I was off into the woods.
What are you doing here?
What's going on? And she obeys.
Okay. Do you want to move your token?
Yeah. And she's not going to look back. She's scared if she looks back that if they were hiding, because she knows that they were trying to be quiet, and she just couldn't do it.
Shaija, as you approach, a large cat jumps down from the tree that you just passed on your right. The woman looks at you and she says, "What are you doing here? Where's the boy? Why are you in the witch's haven? Are you a witch? Do you know where the boy is?" And she's just rattling off questions at you. And those of you who are not noticed at the moment, the shadows are kind of concealing you at this point in time. And if you would like to act, you're more than welcome to jump in at any point.
I'm sorry, I'm not from this village. I come traveling. I'm not sure what boy you speak of. I want to roll a deception.
Okay.
It's I'm untrained, but I got an 18.
Okay, let me check your will DC. So anytime, Pathfinder's a little different. Anytime you roll a deception check, it's not an opposed check like in a lot of other RPGs. In Pathfinder 2e, there is a will DC of every creature. So her will DC is basically her will plus 10. And that for her is... You rolled an 18 deception?
That is correct.
She turns to you and she says, "Fine, you shouldn't be here."
I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was getting into. Where's safe to go?
Give me a perception check, and anybody can do this.
Shaija really is terrified. She got an 11 as she's like just darting her eyes back and forth.
So the one thing
20.
that you would notice, Shaija, is that the woman who was, or the man who's demanding to know where the boy is, from the woman who's further up on the map, against the wall of Haven. She's lying on the ground with her hands in front of her face, and this man, this elven man, has a sword pointed at the woman as he's making these demands. And there is a gecko that sits atop his shoulder.
Like a gecko-sized gecko?
Like a small creature-sized gecko. Yeah.
23 perception.
23 perception from Lishigia. You notice that the cat is starting to smell into the air and starting to just turn its head toward all of you.
Do I know where my pot is?
Your cauldron.
Yeah, my pot.
Theoretically, it has been following you around.
Is there a way for me? How fast does this thing run? It's a cauldron with feet.
Let's find out. All right. Animated cauldron, I think it's what it's called. You know what? If someone could look that up for me, that would be super helpful.
Yeah.
EF2E animated cauldron.
Yep.
Yeah. Strange
I'm
little standoff you have going on here.
Do we recognize the woman? Was she at the party or in the village at any point?
You don't recognize her. Well, you might recognize her from the party, but I don't think you had any meaningful interactions with her. Yeah, she was there. She was probably off in the crowds, speaking with people, socializing.
Which way does she direct me?
She directs you toward the bottom of the map, away from the elven man and the woman on the ground.
What are the two things behind her?
Those are horses.
Okay.
And Lishigia, did you all find out what your speed is of that cauldron?
25 feet.
25 feet.
I did. Thank you. I didn't find it.
No, you're good. I got you. It is a walking cauldron, not animated.
Walking. Thank you.
Oh, okay, got it. I'm getting me as a player, I'm getting the sense is that the cat is looking for us, correct?
I think with your perception check, you would probably sense that. Yes.
I take out my fan and I whisper into it as I am. I don't know. Can I telepathically? Wait, no. Can I telepathically talk to this? I'm sorry, I don't know the details.
Can you telepathically talk to the cat?
The cauldron.
The cauldron. No.
Okay. I look at the cauldron and I whisper to it and I tell it to run at the cat as if it's your mother. I need you to distract it as hard as you can.
Okay.
Distract so hard.
So hard. Mother.
begins running at the cat, and the cat is taken aback. And I need everybody to roll perception, or for all of you who are unnoticed at this point in time, you can use stealth. What's up, Mike?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. I was just gonna say it doesn't matter for this, but for when you do anything that you do for exploration mode, the GM can say whether or not you use that for the initiative. With stealth, they're technically in cover, so you get a +2 bonus to it because they don't know you're there.
Nice. So you get a +2 if you are using stealth.
Oh, that could have been good. It was bad.
Oh no.
Dawn.
Oh,
Yes.
spirits.
What's
It's
that?
on that
Can we get some
20.
music?
Okay, yeah, I did send a message. So because of our setup, there will be a little box here showing
Totally fine.
it. Okay, cool. One moment.
Thank you. Didn't mean to cut you off there. All right, cool. Well, excuse me. Lishija, what is your stealth?
Yeah. Oh,
Your
a
initiative?
beautiful. Do I get +2 because we
Oh,
were
yeah.
a beautiful 6.
Amazing. Taking me back.
I got a 15 if you add the +2.
All right. Lishija's at a 6. Sagaf is at 15.
Krieg is at a 23.
Cool. Krieg, 23. Remy, let's see. Also, the sound isn't coming through on my end for some reason. Could be a me problem.
Sirenscape crashed on me, so I'm resetting it. Just a minute.
No worries. And then Shaija?
I don't know. Can somebody see mine? I accidentally closed out of Fantasy
It's an
Grounds.
8 on here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Love it. And then we've got, that is our group. Yeah. And I'm just putting, obviously, Hem with Shaija for whenever Hem decides to join the battle. All right, let's get everybody who's on the board up here. That's not supposed to be there. Viewers, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for tuning in.
Happy belated Halloween.
Yeah, I hope you all had a safe and eventful Halloween. All right. Lestra. All right, the woman has a 19 along with her companion.
Anyone in our call here to the music, you'll need to join the stream that I have on here.
Cool.
Listeners, because it's a different setup. I don't quite know how it sounds on your end. Just give me a holler if it's way too loud.
And I think I can control that volume on my end as well. All right.
Excellent.
And-
Can you raise yours while you're at it then?
Yes. Oh,
Yours is just a little soft, but that's just the way, just the way,
cool.
thanks.
How's this?
Nice.
Spectacular.
Cool.
And you'll need to join the stream for them to hear it.
Cool. Just gonna get our initiative set up here, and we'll see what happens. I am quite intrigued. Okay, So, to begin, Krieg, what are you doing?
Well, I had my crossbow out, so I am going to let me take a peek at the map a little better. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30. I'm going to send an action or stride forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm just going to fire crossbow at the cat.
Sounds good.
The cat is who we're going, correct?
Sorry?
The cat is our foe. Did I hear that correct?
That is entirely up to all of you.
So I'm walking up and I'm looking at Lishija Sogafa, kind of like hand crossbow, like who do I hit? Who?
I don't like the looks
Man
of that
pointing.
guy.
I agree.
Of who?
That elf guy.
One with the knife pointed at the innocent woman.
Yes, that one.
Yes. I will. Yeah, I will go up and I'll say, "Hey there, we don't like the look of you," and fire my hand crossbow.
Hey! Yeah, shh, it's okay. It's Craig and so it's Shija.
Yes, we.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect
25.
plan.
25. Yeah, that's a hit.
All right. So now I can roll good when it might not be the best. Okay, 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
And
Noted.
hand crossbow, I think I'm going to need to spend another action to reload, so that will be my entire turn.
Sounds good.
I leaned to Sagafa like, were we implying to hit him?
I'm not against it. He seems
All right.
like a very nice man, I've got to say. But I thought we maybe could do this without a fight, but you know what? Screw it.
Hey, Krieg,
Violence is violence, I understand.
Yes.
I think, in fairness, I'm going to ask you to step just 1 5-foot block forward so that you're more in range of that player, or more in, like, you have line of sight on that character, if that makes sense.
Sure. Is this fine here?
Yeah, I think that's good.
I had more movement. I thought the cat. Yeah, I thought we were going up against the cat. So yeah, I still have a little bit more movement. I can move forward if you need me to do more.
Okay. Sounds good. And is that your full turn?
Yes, it is. Yep. Yeah. Stride forward, fire, reload.
Sounds good. Next up, we have our elven man, who gets a crossbow bolt to the back, and he turns around, he looks at you, and he says, "You insolent little," and then he pulls out, he drops his sword, and he pulls out a longbow, and he aims it
Oh, no.
directly at you, Krieg.
Yep.
Yikes. Natural 19 for a 27 to hit.
That's a crit.
That's a crit?
That's a crit. Yep.
Done! Okay. Okay.
I may have miscalculated tactically.
But I just healed you.
Okay.
Oh, spirits.
You're gonna take 5 points of piercing damage as an arrow strikes you in the shoulder. And with that,
Okay.
go ahead.
I don't know if it's in Pathfinder 2E, but anyone looking, our little kobold boy is bloodied.
With that, the elven man steps forward to here, and then his little he points his finger at his gecko, and he tells his gecko, "Give me a moment." Attack. And his gecko 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right there. That is his turn. Next up is Remy.
Can I whisper to him to
Yes.
go hide in the go hide in the trees? Be quiet about it.
He says, but I can't. Fine.
They want you. Get out of here.
Listen to your auntie.
He'll step over here into the trees, and then he's going to attempt to hide.
Good boy, good boy.
That's an 11 stealth. Not amazing. Okay, we'll see what happens. See how it goes. That's his turn. Alright, next up is our elven woman. She looks at the man and she says, "The boy! I saw him! I saw him go into the bushes, into the trees. It may have been him." And she's going to give her action over, one of her actions over, to her cat, who's going to run 10, 15, 20, 25.
Is the cat not super distracted by my cauldron thinking that it's its mom?
30, 35. It's going to run right up to Remy. And then the cat is going to step back and then start hissing. And that is her full turn, the elven woman's full turn. Next up is Sagafa.
All right. I think I would like to chill touch this cat, so I'm gonna move 5, 10 feet back here and chill touch it. So it's a living creature. It's 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier, and it attempts a basic fortitude save.
Alright, let's do the fortitude save. Seven.
Okay.
Nice.
That is. Let me look. I'm so sorry. Can you remind me of what my what it's going up against?
That is going to be it's the AC, I believe.
Okay. And you said it was a 7?
Yes.
All right, that was so close. It's a DC of 16, so it's almost a crit fail, but it's not. So it's just gonna deal 1d4 plus 3 damage.
Your what your DC, what your spell DC is, that is going to be your what's your key ability? It's going to be charisma, correct?
Charisma, yeah.
Okay, so then it would be your spell DC, which I believe is 10, plus your key ability modifier, plus your proficiency bonus. So it's still a fail.
Okay, perfect.
Go ahead and give us that damage.
It's gonna be 6 damage to the cat.
It reels up. Did not like that.
Well, you weren't supposed to. All right, that's I think pretty much all I can do right now. I'll take out my sling.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up, we have Shaija. Oh, I'm sorry. Sagafa, did you use your full turn? Did you want to do anything else?
No, that's all I'm gonna do for now.
Okay. Shaija?
What kind of lighting are we in? Because it's nighttime, right? So I'm assuming we have dim light from the moonlight. And is there any other light source around here?
Not really. There are some lights from the windows of Haven that are kind of providing little flickers, but other than that, not much.
Yeah, that was more for my theater of the mind. All right, Shaija's going to continue her deception and be like, ah! And as she runs past, I think that's about 5, 10, 15, 20. She gets over here and what have I got myself into? As she runs past the elven man, she kind of looks. What size is that short sword that he dropped, or that sword he dropped? Was it a short sword?
It's a short sword. Yes.
Okay. So she is going to, after she runs past, she's going to flick her wrist, and the anchor on her wrist starts to glow a little bit as she chants a little bit, Tailaja, as the short sword flies towards the man with a telekinetic strike.
Oh, amazing.
I asked the size because it's light bulk, and you can fling anything of light bulk or less.
Nice.
It flies towards him, but it misses. I got a 12.
Okay. That was cool, though. And he
Wait.
says,
Hero point.
Nice.
Oh.
Let's.
Oh.
Oh no, it's worked.
Oh.
Oh,
Cool as
boy.
hell. That was a super cool move.
It was really cool. And you can take a hero point for doing something daring like that, because you don't see that often. So,
All I can think is quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself.
and the man turns as this sword flies in front of his body, and he turns and sees you with your hands glowing with magical energy, and he just says, "You can't trust anyone," and then turns his attention back toward Kree. With that, Li Shijia, it is your turn.
Man. I'm not a combatant. It's fine. I don't like animals very much. I'm gonna cast Daze on the cat.
Okay.
I think it needs to do a will save against something.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. That's a 13.
I'll cast. It is against
So
my. Sorry.
should be 10 plus your.
Plus 14.
14.
10 plus my mod 14.
Okay, plus 2 is 16 because you're trained in your spell DC.
Right. Thank you.
Cool. Very nice. Next up, or what would you like to do to, sorry, give us the damage. Oh no, it's days.
Oh my god! Oh, there's damage! Oh!
I could be
Oh.
wrong. Is there damage?
Yeah, it's 4.
Cool.
Oh, it worked. Oh.
Great. Alright, is it going through?
Is it? I guess so?
Oh, is it 4? It's just 4 flat damage?
It's 4 flat, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's equal to my ability mod, which is 4.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Then
Sorry, that was. Whoa.
No, you're good. The leopard takes 4 more damage and is dazed. Alright.
I gestured to Remy, run deeper! Go!
And Do you mean dazzled, not dazed?
Dazed, yeah. It's dazed, not dazzled.
Okay. Can you read to me what it does?
You'd cloud the target's mind and daze it with a mental jolt. The jolt deals damage, and the target makes a will save.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up, at the bottom of the round, all of you hear slight, light chanting coming from the woods. Almost as if whispers of people's voices are slowly getting closer and closer and closer, and there's a very faint glow from the trees that surround Haven. Krieg, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. I still have my hand crossbow out. It's ready to fire. I am going to fire at. You said panther a moment ago, correct?
It's a leopard, but yeah.
Leopard. Okay. Yeah. Just because I have it, I have the crossbow loaded. Where is Shaija? You way over there? Oh, you are way over there. I don't like you being all the way over there, Shaija. By yourself. So, going to fight the gecko.
At the gecko. Okay.
Because I think the two of them can handle the leopard.
Okay.
Combat. +7. Okay.
25.
25
That
on
is
the
a
gecko.
hit.
For... It's not a crit, is it?
That's a hit. That's a crit. Yes.
Okay, cool. Double damage. 10 points of damage.
Nice.
And I will, my movement speed isn't great. 5, 10, 15, 20, no. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm going to, pull out, can I drop a handcross free?
Yes.
Just kind of, I'm abusing this crossbow. That's done more for me than my rapier has so far in the game. But just toss it into the mud as I walk over and kind of square up against this gecko as I'm working my way towards Shaija. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Very nice. Thank you. Next up is Raze, our elven gentleman. He takes his longbow and is trying to decide between Krieg and Shaija as to who to attack. I think
Exactly what I wanted to happen.
yeah, I think he is. I think I need to roll a d4. Shaija. He pulls his longbow and he looks at his gecko, then he looks at you, he looks back at his gecko, then back at you, and then turns and releases an arrow at you. Nice. Alright. Ooh. 15 to hit your AC? You are muted, by the way. Okay. 15 is a hit.
Yes, right in the stomach.
Oh gosh. Max damage. That's 8 points of piercing damage to Shaija.
She
Not
holds
mean
the
to
wound.
that one.
Ugh.
Okay.
At least you're not going towards the boy, Remy.
Oh, you do know of the boy. And he says after he shoots, he will begin moving 5, 10, 15, well, 20, 25, 30, and then, excuse me, I think he is going to then take out, No, he's going to give up his action to his gecko. And he's going to have his gecko then approach you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Ooh, it doesn't have... Well, I already said it. I'm doing it. Okay, the gecko begins to go toward Shaija. And that is the Elven Man's turn. Next up is Remy. Okay, I am going to roll an intelligence check for Remy. Low means Remy steps out and joins the fight. High means Remy continues to run away. So we'll do 10 or lower. He joins the fight. Okay, he's got decent intelligence. Oh no. Okay, and Remy steps. Oof, man, that is bad positioning. Okay, let's go, Remy. He steps right up to this cat. And he says,
Just
what are you saying,
what do you think you're doing? Absolutely not.
And
Oh, this foolish child.
oh boy, okay. What are we doing, Remy? He pulls his sling as he steps forward. And he swings his sling. And he slings a little bolt. Not bolt, a little ball, I guess, over at...
Bullet.
They're called bullets, yeah.
Thank you. Over at the Elven Man. And he's got his hand out in front of the cat, and he takes the sling, and he's like, stay away from these people. And he slings that shot. Let's see. Let's see what he does. Could be a crit. You never know. Natural 20. It does hit. It strikes the Elven Man. I'm sorry, not natural 20. Unnatural 20. I meant to say dirty 20. It strikes the man in right in the side of his head. And it's going to deal 4 points plus strength, I believe, which is 0. 4 points of bludgeoning damage to the Elven Man, who blood starts streaming down the side of his head. And the man looks at the boy, at Remy, and he just gives a little smile. Got you. And next up is our other elven woman. Our other elf. Who steps to Krieg with a short sword. I'm sorry, Dawn. You good? You are muted.
Yeah, all good. No, I might have something for this.
Ooh, okay.
You'll have to hear it.
And Alestra takes her short sword and swings for a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. I might still have something for this.
You got a panache point last time.
I do have that. My AC is. This won't do it. I have a dueling cape, so I am using my arm that doesn't have my sword in it to spend an action. Nope, no, that's I have to do that on my turn. Let me see about my. I have one more item. Carrying scabbard. Nope. Okay, no, that hits.
Okay, it's worth a shot.
Hmm?
And she deals 5 points of piercing damage to you, Krieg. Are you down?
Okay, I'm down.
Okay.
Exactly down. Yep.
All right. Krieg is down. So, with that, she finishes her turn by providing a move action to her leopard, who will then step out of the way. And then... Mike, can you help me out here really quick?
What's the...
If the ranger, and Dawn, if you know this as well, feel free to jump in. If the ranger provides a one action, that just means a move action, not an attack action as well, correct?
Well, for the familiar?
For the,
Yeah.
The companion? So
I think
you use one action, and then the companion gets 2 actions. Those 2 actions can be anything.
Thank you. So, the leopard then takes a 5-foot step back. And actually, she's just going to step right up to Sagafa, so she will move right over to Sagafa. And then she is going to attempt to bite. It's a 12 to hit. I doubt that's going to hit. Okay.
Nope.
That is a miss. So this cat hops over and tries to chomp and completely misses. Next up. Next up is Sagafa.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would you say that the elven man is within 30 feet of me, or is he just out of range?
I would say he is within 30 feet. We can do a pointer just to make sure.
Okay, I just don't know how to.
Yeah, he is exactly within 30 feet.
Nice. All right, I'm going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement on him.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully he'll get a little weaker here. And so he's just gonna. Yes, indeed.
You got a 17.
Okay. I'm reading the spell here. I actually have to attempt a ranged spell attack real quick.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna miss, so it's gonna be.
Oh
no. Okay, if I.
Don't forget you do have a hero point.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just use that right now because I feel like this is a useful spell for this.
Oh,
No!
No!
I went from a raw 4 to a nat 1, so that's unfortunate.
Yikes. Okay.
The hero points today, we're not having good luck here. Okay, then I will just stand here next to this leopard and tell Remy to shoo. Shoo, get out of here! That man is gonna kidnap you. Go! And that'll be my turn.
Next up is Shaija.
I can't see the map, but that's okay. Man, this is a very tough
situation.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so Shaija is just terrified. First of all, there's this gecko running at her. Second of all, Craig, who she hardly knows but has been very brave, has just fallen down, and you actually hear her yelp out, "Craig!" And then there's the elven man who's heading straight towards Remy. She's gonna say, "Hem, stop that man from getting to Remy," as she summons Hem, 3 actions, and as part of the summon, Hem can also attack. So Hem is going to appear behind the Elven Man, if you would mind putting the token, and I'm going to swing out 17.
That is... Actually, that is not a hit.
Oh no! Yes.
Yeah,
so just like last time, Hem starts materializing, but is, a phantom, so its body's in and out as it swings with his Girasame, and it just kind of phases right through him because it acted too quickly.
Okay. Is that your full turn? Alright, thank you. Lishijia.
How's this guy looking?
The Elven Man?
Yeah.
He looks great.
Fuck. And 17 didn't hit, huh?
It did not.
Oh god. Do I do something optimal or do something stupid? Let's do something fun.
I've already done stupid. Maybe try optimal.
Got it. Let's do optimal then. Okay. I guess I'll try to hit him.
Okay.
Can I telekinetic projectile my cauldron?
Ooh.
Or is its bulk too big?
I think it is bulk 1. If anybody can confirm that for me, that would be awesome. Walking cauldron.
Alright, I should just have this thing up.
It's 4 bulk.
Okay.
Oh, it's so big!
Very wrong.
It's cauldron. Yeah. Dense iron.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fine. I'll just, I'll find a rock.
Okay.
There's the short sword.
Huh? Oh. Oh yeah! Oh, the short sword! I try to hit him with his own short sword again.
Do it.
Oh gosh. I'll just add, it's d20 plus 4. That doesn't hit. 4 sure does not hit him.
Okay. I hate to be a broken record, but you do have hero points.
I want to spend it on this?
It's up to you. You don't have to.
I'm not going to spend it on this. I don't think I was going to hit anyway. That number's pretty big.
It's spoiler alert. He's a tough character. Okay. We end the round.
Can I yell at him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, ugly over here.
He looks at you. Then he turns his focus back to the boy.
Of course you'd have no taste. Stalking children, how dare you?
And with that, at the end of the round, the glow from the trees becomes brighter. And you see shadows begin to step out from the tree line. Cloaked figures of women lining the area around this battlefield. They step toward Remy. 2 of the women step in front of Remy. Another woman steps behind the cat, just up to the cat where Sagafa is. And then you have a number of other women along the tree line and along the path entering Haven. And and then all the way toward the right of those horses stepping out of the tree line over there. And these women are chanting with their hands outstretched. And they're saying these whispered phrases, and their hands are glowing a light green color. And you see the elves look at each other. The man eyes the woman, and everybody give me a perception check on the man and the woman.
$23 for me.
I would say, Scuffle, you're the only one to get this, as unless someone gets higher than a 23. They realize they're beat. They realize they are outnumbered, and they don't have an upper hand anymore.
Good.
Top of the round, Krieg. Can you go ahead and give us your flat d20?
That's an 11.
An 11. That is... It's dying 1, correct? Or... So that should pass.
It's... I'm pulling up the rule.
You should be stabilized.
Well, I'm exactly at 0. So, unconscious and at 0.
Yeah, once you go to unconscious, and once you go to 0 or any, there's no.
You're a little quiet, Mike.
Oh yeah, sorry. Once you go to 0, there's no negative hit points in this game. So as soon as you hit 0, you immediately go to dying 1 unless you took a critical hit. Then you would have been at dying 2.
Correct.
And then the recovery check is a flat check equal to 10 plus your current dying value. And then now that once you recover, you go to wounded plus the dying value you were at. Or actually, it's just wounded plus 1. So it's 0 to 1.
So this is actually one of the reasons that Pathfinder 2e is considered pretty deadly, is that when you start getting into death saves, there's nothing you're adding on to those dice. Normally in D&D, it's like a con save, right? Where you get to add your Constitution saving your bonus. This is just a flat d20, and the DC increases by 1 every round that you are dying. But Krieg, you are now stabilized. You are unconscious, but you are stabilized. And we then go to our elven man, who sees Hem on one side, Lishigia on another. And then he is going to use 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He will disappear off the map.
I'm kink shaming him as he's running into the woods.
His gecko. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, come on. There we go. His gecko's off the map. That is his turn. And you can see that he is running and using all of his movement to get out of there. And as he's running, he shouts back at the woman and says, "We'll get him another time." And then next up is Remy, who then steps out and shouts, "Yeah, you get out of here!" And he casts, what does he cast? Can he do anything? He didn't prepare any great spells for right now. Yeah. He's just gonna say, "Yeah, get out of here." That's his turn. And next up is Alestra. our other elf, who then runs off the map. And her cat, her leopard, hops into the trees and runs away. We are out of combat. The horses are still there. What are we all doing?
Shaija immediately runs to Krig. Krig! As she's tumbling herbs out of her bag, and she's going to do a nature check to try to heal him. Spend the next while everybody's talking and such, but she does not make it.
Okay.
She's just trying to herb him up.
I do have a hero point. Will that do anything, or just to get not dead? I don't want to say undead. I don't want to be undead yet.
What's wrong with being undead?
Oh no, Don said that. Krig didn't. That's Don's prejudice against the undead, not Krig's.
Sagafa reaches past the fourth wall.
Cool.
I think I'd run over to Craig to check on him at least. I don't know if I'm able to help at all with the healing that's going on here.
Does anyone have healer's tools?
No, I don't.
Shaija's bag of herbs count as healer's tools for her only because she's got natural medicine.
Mm.
One of the witches will step up and let's see. Let me open up some spells here, see what I can cast as a witch. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, one of the witches walks up to Krieg and casts. I think this will work the way that I want it to. She casts Life Boost, which is a temporary bolster of the target's vitality, which provides you with fast healing equal to double the spell's level, so you get 2 fast healing. And that should bring you back up to consciousness. What are we doing? By the way, Remy runs up to Krieg as well. And as he does so, he looks over at Hem and he says, "You're scary, but I don't know. I guess thank you."
So Hem, you can't see Hem's face. All you see is hair kind of blowing and tentacles writhing. Hem doesn't say anything, just kind of signs with its hands, and then disappears as Shaija dismisses it.
Really cool.
Oh yeah.
What are we all doing? I'm very curious.
I think I'd like to talk to the witches. What
I'd
the
like to
heck was
hover
that?
around there as well.
Jenna, can you say that again?
I hover with you, Sagafa, with the witches.
The witch who is on the ground is probably the first to approach you. And she will step up to all of you. Lishiji, I'm assuming that you're over here as well with Sagafa. The woman looks at all of you and she says, thank you so much for saving me. The man was looking for the boy. I didn't know where he was, but I wouldn't have told him if I did know. I'm concerned for the boy's safety. And she kind of glances over at Remy. She's trying to keep her voice down. She doesn't want Remy to hear. And everybody give me some kind of give me a perception check.
11.
23.
Hell yeah, girl.
Higher
That's the
than
same as
Something
the last
significant.
one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Sagaka.
I think probably higher than a 10. You are going to notice that there are distressed voices. There's crying. People are very distressed coming from within Haven. You can hear people. You can hear their voices shouting now and then to each other. But I don't know what happened. But it wasn't. They just came out of nowhere. You can also hear people just crying. You see some of the witches rush into Haven after they come help you. And the woman that approached you, she says, I should probably go see to my sisters.
Okay. Is there anywhere especially safe for this boy?
I'm so sorry, I don't know, but you should speak to the elder.
Okay, alright. Good luck. Stay safe.
Thank you. You as well. And she'll disappear into Haven. Around you... Oh, go ahead.
No, nothing, not important. Go ahead.
Around you are a number of witches that are kind of converging on all of you. And one of the women is the elder, who welcomed you into Haven when you first arrived. And she approaches you and she says, my goodness, thank you so much for keeping our young Remy safe. We don't know who or why the attack, who attacked us or why the attack occurred, but we're very grateful that you're here to help. Please, would you walk with me?
Yeah, of course.
I gesture for Remy to be with us as this is happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll step up and walk with you. Now, as you all walk into Haven, you see people on the floor clutching at their sides. You see women who are comforting other women who are crying. There are definitely there was definitely an attack inside of Haven. If you are being perceptive, which I'm not going to make you guys roll for this, but if you're paying attention to the area around you, you would notice that there do seem to be signs that animals were within the building, which could point to the rangers that attacked all of you. It would seem likely that was the case. And the elder woman begins to explain. We don't know where they came from, but they just kept insisting that we bring them the boy. A group of us, those who emerged from the woods to help you, we went searching for the boy when the attack first hit. And we were simply in the woods walking, trying to find Remy. And she gestures and looks down at Remy. We unfortunately could not find him. But then you all made a commotion and we returned back to Haven, where we found you and the boy again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I actually have a favor to ask of you. This might be more of a request for the young witch, and she gestures to Lucigia. But I would be honored if all of you wouldn't mind helping out as well. May I make this request?
I dare say that, well, we've all just met, but It'd be an honor to help the Southern Coven in any way we are able.
Well, thank you. You see, we are now in a very strange position. Here in the Southern Coven, we like to look out for one another, but many of our members, our witches, are injured or are simply too frail and too old to adventure into the jungles to find answers. We do not know why someone would come after Remy, but it is concerning that they would. He is a symbol of hope for our people here in Saga Gesa and for those who share our abilities. And she gestures at you, Lishigia. It would mean a great deal to us while we have people recovering, those who were not injured, helping those who need to recover, and the younger of our witches who are more capable in adventuring, while they are off seeing to the safety of their own havens. It would be a wonderful help if you wouldn't mind traveling deeper into the jungle to search somewhere where you might be able to find an answer about why this attack has occurred. That is a great deal to ask of strangers. I understand, but I don't really have many people to ask right now. My coven is stretched thin after this attack, or rather I expect we will be.
That's completely understandable, and in this sort of respect, such a favor isn't too difficult of a task, though I may ask, why do you believe that the answer would be closer to the center of the forest rather than to forces outside of it?
Oh, my dear, have you heard of the Whispering Marshes? Anybody can give me a society check, or a nature check, or any type of... Actually, you can do religion, you can do lore type check, whatever you think might apply. The Whispering Marshes.
Could this be a society check?
Absolutely.
Okay.
22 for nature.
25 society.
19 society. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Y'all are rolling really
Forget
well.
our rolls there.
Love it.
Back at it.
The Whispering Marshes are... I'm going to go ahead and share the map of Saga Gesa with you again. But the Whispering Marshes are just north of Bungai. And in the Whispering Marshes, you would know that the people of Saga Gesa tend to travel there when they have answers that, or when they have questions that need answering that they don't know where to look for an answer to. The Whispering Marshes are considered to be haunted, but they're also considered to be haunted with wisdom. People who have lived full, wise lives, full lives of a great deal of shared wisdom, they tend to congregate within the Whispering Marshes, or at least that is the legend. And the idea is, if you are brave enough to enter a haunted marsh, and as many witches would be, if you are brave enough to enter a Whispering Marsh, a haunted marsh, then you could potentially seek the wisdom of the ancestors who might know what you do not.
Would we need to leave right away? I am very not well.
Goodness, no.
I-
Goodness, no. Please rest.
Happy to help. Craig didn't look great. On top of the wounds and the muck, he's rushed in twice now, so he's He's a little ashamed, maybe, at his foolishness.
And I think
But yeah, he just grunts.
one of the witches, or the elder witch, will look at you and say, "My brave young warrior, you have shown a great amount of gusto. I would very much like for one of our healers to see to you." And she will turn over to another witch in Haven and just make eye contact and gesture her over. She kind of like waddles over and they start whispering back and forth, and the woman will look down to you, Krieg, and say, "If you wouldn't see me later, I would be very, very happy to heal you."
Craig bows deeply. Yes, of course.
Yes, immediate healing would be nice for for many of us. And she points to where the arrow hit her in the stomach. I also got pierced as well.
Goodness
But
gracious.
for this longer journey, is there any way that you could provide any kind of healing items? All I've got is this sack of herbs, but maybe something more immediate that my friend Krieg, and she puts her hand on Krieg's shoulder. Maybe he would have been able to heal if we had been better prepared to fight, but we came for a celebration.
Of course. And the woman, the healer, looks at you and she says, "I'm so grateful that you're here. Of course, yes, we'll make sure you have everything that you need. We'll have our herbalists ready. And I will make sure that the good faith of our goddess, the All Mother, goes with you." And the elder turns to the woman and says, "She's actually not one of our witches. She is one of the very few non-witches to join our coven. She is a cleric of the All Mother." So yes, you are able to take healing. We'll get you the healing that you need.
Sir Craig, was it?
What's that?
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
Sir Craig, was
Yep.
it? Licia looks at Craig.
No, sir. Just Craig. Yep, just Craig.
Don't tell me what to do. Would you... You don't appear to be well on your feet. Would you like to sit in my cauldron for a bit? Until you recover. It'll carry you around.
Craig looks at the cauldron. Okay. Little unsure, and he climbs his scaly butt and sits in the cauldron that probably accommodated quite well. He's not a very he's 3'2", so I imagine he fits in pretty good.
So clean in there. I tell the cauldron to take Craig wherever he wants to go. I tell Craig, just point to where you want it to take you.
Cool.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate this. It was nice. It's been nice when it wasn't, until it wasn't. Hang out with you all. You're all very powerful casters, and this thing, and he points at his rapier, didn't do so hot, huh?
Your bravery took the brunt of the damage. If it wasn't for you, we would have all been rolled over really quickly. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought you did excellent. You really kind of took the lead there, and I appreciate you.
Thank you. I very much like to bask in the praise once I'm not bleeding into a cauldron. But yes.
Remy steps over to you, and Eska floats behind him, and Eska tilts his head, and then Remy looks over at you, Krieg, and says, "He thinks your sword's cool," and then he walks over to turns away.
Oh, so so cute.
kind of speechless, blushing a little bit for the praise. He just kind of like slumps into the bottom of the cauldron and just kind of chills in there a bit.
And the witches are able to shelter you for the night. You're able to get a full rest. We can kind of talk about what are some things you might want to do in the evening before you all go to bed next session. But they supply you with the healing that you need. The cleric sees to all of your wounds. And I'll message you what that healing looks like. I can't imagine it wouldn't be up to full, but just to double check, I'm going to do that manually in a bit. And then they will provide you with some items that you can take with you on your journey to the Whispering Marshes. And I will send those to you as well. To our listeners, thank you for being here. For future notice, we did have some skipping a little bit with the sound. I think we may want to move away from Discord next time and back to Zoom. But we'll
Yeah, that is yeah.
Okay. But thank you for being here. We appreciate it. This is only our 3rd episode. Hopefully we're getting a little bit better each time, even if we're kind of, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I'm excited about where the stream is going, and I really appreciate all of the players here, and I appreciate all of you watching. So thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Bye.